Prince Harry releases a cringy new Invictus program geared toward other people's children. Polo, the new Netflix docuseries trailer, has finally dropped, and rumor is their Netflix bosses are underwhelmed. Will this new series prove to be reality TV gold and a major hit for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, or will this end up being another flop for Netflix? You guys, we have a lot of juicy royal daily tea to get through today, so you know what to do. Sit back and relax, grab yourself a beverage, and let's get into the royal daily tea. Now, you guys know I am a proud partner with Analucia Diamonds, and right now, guys, she is offering an amazing Black Friday deal. She has two separate promotions right now. Of course, you can get anything on the website for 20% off using my code RDT20. Her brand new luxury jewelry cleaner, which normally is $80, is on sale for $65, and after my coupon, it comes out to $52. This would make an amazing stocking stuffer, or you can take advantage of spending $300 and receiving the beautiful diamond spirit ring for free. Literally buy one, get one free. She has free shipping and a 30-day money-back guarantee. So I hope you will go out and check out Analucia Diamonds. It's eco-elegance meets affordability. Let me know in the comments if you take advantage of these wonderful sales and what items you purchase. Now, let's get into today's video. So Prince Harry has just released a brand new program for Invictus, which is targeted toward your children. That's right. They're going in the back door, y'all, for some subliminal messaging through your kids. You know, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have this very unhealthy obsession with other people's kids. Again, it's always a guys. What is it? The wolf in sheep clothing. We love kids. We love kids. But really, there's always an ulterior motive when it comes to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. So we all know that the Invictus Games has had some issues over the last couple of years. We had Germany went rogue. They cut off and decided they want to do their own Invictus Games. We had over 2,200 people leave Invictus Games. They're not getting people really signing up. People are becoming angry because they feel that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have made the Invictus Games too royal, and they have lost the original focus of the games. It's turned into the Harry and Meghan dog and pony show. The games were supposed to be about the wounded, injured, and sick service personnel and veterans. Many believe it came too much about Meghan Markle. I mean, we all seen the photos of her marching in front of the veterans in her booty shorts. That was so disgraceful and so distasteful. Now, we know that they have the very first Winter Games that are coming up in Canada in 2025, but in my opinion, they're having a really hard time getting butts and seats. Over the last several games, they've had empty stadiums. Of course, you couldn't tell because the Netflix cameras were focused in and zeroed in on Meghan and Harry. And of course, they pushed everybody to like the same bleacher to make it look like a full house. But we all know they have lost appeal over the years. But there are a lot of questions. We've had some people quitting, people getting fired. Even the gentleman who helped start the games with Prince Harry back in 2014 has left. So it doesn't look good to me. It looks like Harry and Meghan are becoming a little bit desperate. So now they've decided to target your children. It looks like a really nice program. But again, when you start reading between the lines and you start looking at the program as a whole, you start to see what Harry and Meghan are really doing. They're going through the indoctrination of your children. So they launched these new programs first in Canada, celebrating the Invictus spirit. The school program launches with Prince Harry and Canadian students. So they're trying to get people excited. They have all of these resources all the way from elementary up to high school. But again, when you start looking at the itinerary or the school resources, it is very questionable. And to me, they're trying to get people excited about the Invictus games through the kids. Now, we all know kids are very big influencers when it comes to their parents. You know, the Saturday morning cartoons. What happens during Saturday morning cartoons? Children get a ton of marketing through commercials and subliminal messages about toys and McDonald's Happy Meals. And they're like, Mom, Mom, Dad, Dad, I need this toy. And by Christmas time, they have 9,000 things on their Christmas list. Why? Because they have been indoctrinated with tons of commercials constantly being played through the cartoons and through children programming. It's a genius marketing plan because kids see this message over and over again. So with these new school programs that are coming out for the Invictus, what they're doing is they're indoctrinating children to get excited. I am Invictus. I am resilient. I am unstoppable. And they have all these little resources for little children, guys. Kindergarten children to learn about veterans and resilience again, but they're also pushing them to get involved in the program, watch our documentary on Netflix, go to our YouTube channel, tell your parents, share the template on your social media, donate, buy a ticket. Like, they're really pushing the kids to get really hyper focused and involved and excited. And then bring your parents, kids. Again, they're going through the children to get to the parents to fill seats. They're also offering free tickets to all of these kids to also bring their parents for the opening ceremony. Now, we have 81 days until the opening ceremony of the first ever Winter Invictus Games. But if they're doing well, why are they pushing children to get their parents excited? Why are they giving out free tickets? It reminds me of when people purchase the book Spare. Here's one copy of Spare, but we're going to give you 5. Buy one, get 5, right? So now they're giving all these kids free tickets with their parents for the opening ceremony. That reeks of desperation. It reeks that they need to have butts in seats because things are not going well for Invictus. We have missing funds. We have people dropping out of the competition. We have a lot of people getting tired of seeing Harry and Meghan as the face of Invictus. At least with Earthshot Prize, we know William is the face of it, but we also know you have 5 winners every single year from 5 different categories. They get $1 million each. $1 million, guys, to start a business that helps the earth, helps the environment. That's a pretty large prize. So we know where 99% of the funds for Earthshot goes. Granted, there are people who work for Earthshot. There are salaries. We get it. But $5 million a year they give out to 5 companies? That's pretty impressive, in my opinion. And they're making a very positive impact on the world. They do have programs for kids, but they're not telling the kids, tell your parents about the Earthshot Prize, kids. Go watch our YouTube videos. Go to Netflix. Make sure you buy a ticket. Donate. Put it on your social media. Instead, they're teaching kids valuable tools that every single person who lives on this planet could benefit from. So you have William, who doesn't get a salary, who doesn't get paid an appearance fee like Harry and Meghan, who wears sustainable clothing. He might not have a lot of hoopla, but he has a real nonprofit that does real things for real people who make a real difference. Now, I am not downplaying the Invictus Games. I think there's some wonderful people who are competing. Unfortunately, we don't know a lot about them. They're not highlighted. Instead, it's what did Meghan wear? It's the Harry and Meghan show. That is the unfortunate thing about the Invictus Games, is that people are losing interest because of Harry and Meghan. So the fact they're having to give out all these free tickets for the first ever Winter Games, and they're now starting a new indoctrination of children. Am I the only one who's having a cringe factor about this whole thing, telling people to go watch their documentary on Netflix, go check out our YouTube channel, put on your social media, kids, tell your parents, here's a donate button? Ugh. It's icky. And Harry and Meghan make a ton of money from this quote nonprofit. It's their cash cow. And apparently it's not ka-chinging very much. And people are starting to ask questions, especially the chairman, who may or may not have opened up a lawsuit about their mishandling of funds. And the fact that people are dropping like flies, it's like they know it was the Titanic. They see the iceberg and they jumped. I can't imagine Invictus being around in another 10 years. Do you think that Invictus is about to implode? Leave me your comments, guys, down below. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle finally released the official trailer for their upcoming docuseries, Polo. Let's just say many people were very unimpressed and underwhelmed, including the bosses at Netflix. Now, a lot of people have some questions. It's a little shocking, and I have to be honest with you. I was shocked myself. I really didn't understand what the heck I just watched, and I didn't realize the direction that Prince Harry was going to take his new docuseries. So one of the very first things that I noticed about the trailer was the huge, bold titles of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. I was really surprised that Meghan got herself a little vanity credit as an executive producer alongside Prince Harry. We were always told that this was Prince Harry's pet project, that the two of them had professionally uncoupled. But how did Meghan pony her way up, no pun intended, over to the Polo show? It seems like Meghan has to be a part of everything that Harry does, but yet she's constantly excluding Harry from her projects. Seems a little weird to me. So Meghan got herself a little vanity project, and they made sure their titles were extremely large on the screen, just in case you didn't know who they were. Now, the interesting thing about this, and I have to play devil's advocate here, because Harry is at a point where he is damned if you do and damned if you don't. A lot of people were criticizing Prince Harry for appearing in the Heart of Invictus. They felt they made it too much about Harry and his victimhood, talking about my mom. You know, he's always bringing up his mother's death. So a lot of people criticized him for being in the Heart of Invictus. So in this documentary, or a docu-series, he was completely absent from this docu-series. So I can understand for several reasons why he was not included in the docu-series. But many people thought that maybe he should have done an introduction. Hey guys, welcome to the show. I'm really proud of it. I hope you enjoy the seedy world of Polo. Some kind of introduction, but instead they just did those ginormous credits. And then they released this trailer that made me feel like I was watching The Housewives of Montecito. Am I watching Bravo? So I was under the impression this was a real documentary, something like The Heart of Invictus, or the documentary very similar to what Prince William did on ending homelessness. Because we all know that Harry and Meghan, they're serious. They're very serious. Meghan, she's a feminist warrior princess, and everything she does is so dull and boring and serious. And Harry, he's always talking about his mom and his victimhood, and he's very serious. So I thought this was going to be a very serious program, but instead it literally looked like an episode of The Housewives. So Harry and Meghan are realizing that their head is on the chopping block. They've had a lot of failures at Netflix, and the only way that these two can get people halfway interested is through drama. So they decided, instead of doing a real documentary on the world of Polo, they decided to go to the reality trash TV route, because let's be honest, drama sells. Now, this formula has been very popular for Bravo. They made a lot of unknowns into stars. So Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are heavily reliant on Nacho Figueroa. Many people were calling it the Nacho Show. they're really hoping to make him a star of tabloid TV. Now, what I find very interesting is that they call Nacho the David Beckham of polo. He's one of the top 4 polo players. But here's the thing, a lot of people don't follow polo unless you grow up in a very rich neighborhood, you go to a rich high school that had a polo team. Perhaps you go off to college. There are some colleges in America that do have polo teams, but after that, you have to join a polo club, which is like $2,500 a year on the cheap end. Then you have to have a horse. You also have to be extremely good at horseback riding. Polo isn't something where you just jump on the horse on day one and you get going. You really need to know how to ride a horse and how to ride a horse well. Then you have to know how to play polo and have all the equipment. It is not a cheap sport for the average person. I don't see a lot of people watching this show running out to learn how to play polo. I actually researched it. It's not that easy. There aren't that many places that actually you can go to play polo or learn polo. Again, you have to already have the skill set of being able to ride a horse very, very well. You might even have to bring your own horse. Then you have to pay these association fees. Then you have to find a team. It's not like baseball or basketball or football or even bowling or golf. This is not for the average person. So I don't see a lot of people getting a lot of interest in wanting to play polo. Will they want to go and watch polo? I couldn't even tell you where there's a place around me to watch polo. It is a very elitist sport. They call it the sport of kings for a reason, okay? So now they're banking on the people, these unknowns behind the scenes, and they drummed up a lot of drama. Again, it looks a little tabloidy. It looks a little trashy. It's like they're trying to make fetch happen. They're trying to make us interested in these unknowns, making us want to get into the world of polo. Now, Harry, he really believes that this is going to happen, that we're going to be fascinated by the behind the scenes drama of the world of polo. He says this series offers audiences an unprecedented behind the scenes look into the passion and determination driving some of the world's elite polo players, revealing the grit behind the glamour. We're proud to showcase the true depth and spirit of the sport and the intensity of its high stakes moments. What I saw from the trailer, that was the best parts. I wouldn't say I'm not interested in it. Again, it looks like a run-of-the-mill reality show. Now, reality shows can be hits if you get the right audience. So again, you can take relative unknowns and turn them into big stars. It can happen. It happened on Bravo TV. But again, I don't know if this elitist world of polo is going to translate. Now, most recently, if you're a person who's on TikTok, there was a group of people called Mom Talk, okay, where these beautiful women who were supposed to be Mormon housewives started this thing called Mom Talk, where they're all doing these weird dances, and they got really popular, where many of the girls got millions upon millions of followers, right? So they had a built-in audience, and then they had this behind-the-scenes drama. So Hulu turned this into The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and it was a huge hit. But this series is so popular, they're now coming out with season 2 on Hulu, and now other mom talks are popping up in other cities. So when I looked up Nacho Figueroa's, when I went and looked up his social media, he had 667,000 followers, almost the same as American Riviera Orchard. Now, he's supposed to be the, quote, David Beckham of polo. I believe he's in the top 4 best polo players in the world, but he only has 667,000 followers, okay? I looked at someone like David Beckham, 88 million. Cristiano Ronaldo, 643 million. Tom Brady, about 15 million. Do you see what I'm saying? People in America and worldwide are more into soccer and football and golf and even race car driving. But polo, the number 4 in the world, not even a million followers. It is not a huge following. It's a very niche-centric sport for very rich people. So I don't think it's going to translate well to the masses. I don't think it's going to be the next Laguna Beach or the next Mom Talk Secret Lives of the Mormon Wives or the Housewife franchises. I think it's going to be a dud. They're trying really, really hard to drum up the behind the scenes drama. But the other thing that I found interesting is why Harry and Meghan decided to attach their name to a tabloid trashy TV reality show, because that is basically what it is. It is not even a documentary. Calling it a docu-series, it's a reality show. You might as well have called it The Housewives of Monteshito. So the fact that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, who are always pretending that they're still working royals, are now getting into tabloid trash TV, it doesn't match their brand. If you look at all of their other documentaries that are supposed to be very serious and philanthropic, they're now going down the path of trash TV. It doesn't make sense. It's like it's now Hollywood Harry versus Prince Harry. But again, he comes out with his Prince and Duke and Duchess of Sussex title in huge letters. But it's like you can't be royal and you can't be Hollywood at the same time. It's a very confusing brand message. Harry and Meghan are very, very desperate. They want to get a hit for Netflix. They're on the chopping block. Their contract is pretty much coming to an end in 2025. The last couple of projects they've done that have been very serious were flops. So to me, it looks like Harry and Meghan are really banking on the quote star power of Nacho Figueroa. I mean, we all know that Harry loves to watch Nacho riding his horse, getting all sweaty and taking off his shirt in the locker room. He's really banking that we're all just going to fall in love with Nacho's star power and turn him into the next reality star. Because again, there's not a huge following right now for polo compared to other sports. It's not like Mom Talk where these people already had a built-in audience of millions of followers. They're banking that the people in the show are going to be so fascinating that they're going to be the next reality stars. But I have to be honest with you, I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're going to be in major trouble when they find out that people are bored. I don't think it's going to translate into a hit, but let me know, guys, what do you think? Do you think that Harry and Meghan went in the right direction with this Polo docu-series and are featuring mostly Nacho Figueroa? Or do you believe they should have been in this series or should have scrapped it and made it a serious documentary? Let me know what you think, guys. Leave me your comments down below. Well, guys, that is all the royal news that I have for you today. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. And if you're new here and you liked today's content, I hope you will consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell. I'm working hard to get to 50,000 subscribers, and I would appreciate you subscribing. It is free to do so. Again, thank you for stopping by the Royal Daily Tea, and I hope to see y'all in the next video. Bye, guys.